don't follow the trends. 100 on our own expense. Only live once, so we let's take, don't miss. Pour 'em all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips, more time gets spent. We just showed them. Private plane, we just flown in.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California.
But tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the San Francisco 49ers. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Bit of a haymaker right after the starting bell, Charles. One play on the ground, and you're already on the other side of the 50.
I like how you went boxing there. Essentially went from the weigh-in to walking into the ring, being introduced, and firing away. Big shot early.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Niners at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0-4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Here's Knight on the handoff. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
11 more on that one, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the
blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, so many times we've seen the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
A quick throw completed by Purdy.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Oh, good Good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Will Reichard to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10. At the 49.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Get set, get set.
This is Nutty. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Browns defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Outside. Watch out. Yellow. Yellow.
Purdy from the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get set. Start.
On the carry, here's Knight. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short. 4th down.
The 6-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
And this is 3rd.
The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Jackson. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And here's a give to Spears. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And Spears with another carry. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That one's taken in by Spears. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tyjae Spears from 21 yards away. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
First down 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one? He's to the 15. Touchdown! Falcons! A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Will Reichard to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Jackson now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A run with Knight. Down to about the 32.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing here, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 16 yards to the 16 and a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Will Riker to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Right back to Spears. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st down, Browns.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, it was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there,
there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. A nightmare of the first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On first down, it's Knight. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play. Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Open man, this is Lewis. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And he returns this to the 22.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Knight. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
2nd and 7.
Purdy tosses out wide complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Knight. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Right back to him on first down. Fights him off. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So the other offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. This is Smith with a grab. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Looking here for Smith downfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out on Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Will Reichard to kick off.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
First down, Cleveland.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And now here's another interception. picked off by Fred Warner.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Up the middle they go. It's Knight. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Watch out! Stop!
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Knight. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Get set!
They'll run. This is Powell. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are pouring it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Browns 14.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. First and 10 at the 20.
Outside! Watch out!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down to the 35-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And 6.
Get set!
They'll keep it on the ground. Knight. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Knight. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Get set, get set. Here we go. RDT, watch out. Stop.
Back to throw, Purdy. Left side, it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff will put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. Knight. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Purdy is set up to throw it here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 6 yards away. And the Niners have got it on cruise control. A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them is the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Second down and a yard. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. Lambert Smith. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now it's Jackson. Inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Hand off to Spears. And a short gain here down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Jackson. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Now, fourth quarter is certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower.
Touchdown, Browns! From 8 yards out. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave the stadium.
He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the fourth quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
229 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Knight. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who are getting 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Now Purdy. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 3rd down, it's Knight. He'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
A 41-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a run by Spears. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
The big loss on 1st down leads to a tricky 2nd down. 18 yards to go. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 240 yards rushing for him now to this point. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Will Weichert to kick off.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. It's Knight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns' 8-yard line.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for San Francisco, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after
So try it again. Starting me over right back at the end.
When was the last time you were afraid? I haven't been afraid a day in my life.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down, 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve. Lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. In the mirror, no reflection. Another day, just another resurrection. Where's the glory? Just another story. I won't be the ending that was written for me. And I'm never running, so try it again. Starting me over right where it began.